Hello everyone and welcome back to the Reddit Nights channel. My name is Anthony and today I'll be discussing a story regarding someone wondering if they are the a-hole for not telling their coworkers some vital family information and a massive fallout involving tons of false information being spread around the office. If you could do me a favor, if you can actually like, favorite, share, and subscribe to the video. I know it's been a little while since I've done one of these. It's been a little over a week, and to my loyal fans who've been constantly craving content, I do apologize for that, and there was a lot of stuff that happened in the background that I need to take care of, but I got enough time to do a video for y'all, and today it's going to be a good one. And let's get on with this story. And the story is from Bereaved Triplet 0522, originally in the post of Am I the A-hole? And the story goes, am I the a-hole for not telling my coworker my brother was dead and catching her in a terrible lie? The original post was actually on August the 4th, 2024. I, 22F, am a triplet with two brothers, but one of my brothers passed away when we were 14. Whenever anyone new asks if I have any siblings, I just say I'm a triplet with two brothers. I'm not trying to trauma dump when doing small talk with someone I'm not very close to. From talking to people in grief support, I thought this was relatively common. I started working at a new job 3 months ago. I like my coworkers, but still feel like an outsider to them. So when they asked how many siblings I have, I gave the above answer. No problems there. One week I didn't have my car, so my other triplet brother picked me up every day. My coworker, Kate, saw him and thought he was cute and asked me to set them up. I said no because he has a girlfriend. She asked about my other brother, and I just said he isn't available either. Not a lie, but I guess kind of a mission because he's deceased and not just in a relationship. A few weeks later, I hear Kate talking shit about me to other coworkers our age when I'm in the same lunchroom. She didn't believe that my other brother was unavailable because she saw that he's single on Instagram. I have no clue what she's talking about because he never had an account. My best guess is that she assumed one of my male cousins, who shares our last name and is in pics with me and my brother, was actually the third triplet. Who knows? I never engage with the whispers because I hate confrontation. A day after that, some of my coworkers come up to me and ask what's wrong with me. I was super confused. They then told me that my brother had SA allegations against him in college, and the real reason I didn't set him up with Kate is because I knew he was dangerous but still supported him. Apparently Kate said she found all this out from someone who also went to my college. I'm still in the same town. I was shocked and just told them that was impossible because my brother died when he was 14. They didn't believe me and then called Kate over, and all three of them called me liars. I showed them pictures of the funeral, pictures of us at his grave, my brother and I holding his picture at our graduations. Then they all piled on me and called me a liar for not saying my brother was dead. But Kate made up a horrific allegation for no reason? They're all icing me out, and whispers are going around the office. I don't know what they're saying, but no one seems to understand my side. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. I talked about my brother the way I always have. The girls made me feel like I was such a horrible person and a liar who can't be trusted, and I don't understand. My family is all on my side, but they're all fiercely protective of me, and especially my deceased brother's memory, so it's biased. Am I the asshole? TLDR, I never mentioned my brother is dead to a relatively new coworker. She made SA allegations about him, which I disapproved since he had already passed by then. They're all blaming me for not mentioning he passed and not her for making up a crazy story and disrespecting him. Edit to remove a disclaimer about the throwaway and length of the post, realizing it's just fluff for no reason. LOL. Well, in my opinion, I don't believe OP is the asshole. To be honest, the new employee doesn't really need to know anything about OP's life if OP doesn't feel like revealing that information. And to come up with all of this extra drama and nonsense in the office is absolutely unprofessional and is downright disrespectful to OP. I'm honestly surprised that OP is actually really calm about all of this and is just trying to be somewhat reasonable despite the massive amount of nonsense that's happening based on false information and potentially cyber stalking, because the new person, Kate, apparently looked up Instagram to try and find the person, which is kind of not necessary. I mean, if OP tells you, hey, my brothers are not available for dating, you should just leave it at that. Be respectful. Don't be weird. But there are also some comments that have been left. One comment was from Aromatic Mushroom 85. I would make a complaint with your manager/HR about Kate making false rumors about your family and forcing you to discuss your grief. Fucking hell, even if he wasn't deceased, may he rest in peace. I'd not want Kate anywhere near me or my family. It's completely up to you and your story to explain. But maybe next time you could word it different to he's not available. But she's definitely crazy. OP responds with, thank you for that. I work at a small private medical clinic, so we don't have any formal HR, but I'm hoping our admin manager would suffice. I'll see if I can think of any alternative wording that I could use if the question comes up again. A comment from Gridouche says, I'd report this Kate to HR, but I don't get why you're not being honest about your brother's death. It is not exposing you to any vulnerability. I'd probably say the sentence can save you from a lot of misunderstandings. OP responds with, in my experience, telling people he's gone off the bat ends up opening a whole host of unwanted questions. They're well-intentioned, but sometimes it feels invasive and opens the wound all over again. I don't hide the fact. I open up to people once I feel they're closer to me and I can trust them with my baggage. But for me, it's too heavy to just drop in casual conversation when the only question is, how many siblings do you have? Other people definitely feel differently about that though. Another comment from Asobino says, honestly, I would find it very weird and dehumanizing, I guess, because I don't care what kind of person they both are or to see them as a person. To me, they seem like their thought process goes, oh, pretty taken? Well, what about the other pretty? They are both the same, so I can just go for the other one. OP goes, yeah, that's definitely true. Not my favorite part about being a triplet, but everyone always sees us as interchangeable. I definitely found it weirder as a kid, but it happens so often it doesn't even register as strange anymore. Healthy Brain 5354 says, did your other brother, who was taken, have essay allegations against him in college, or did she just make the whole thing up? OP goes, definitely not. We went to the same college and had overlapping friends, and there's no way me or his GF wouldn't know if so. His current girlfriend is the only girl he's ever had a thing with in college. Okay, after reading these comments and getting a bit more information, I can say that Kate is absolutely going off the deep end with these lies and definitely needs to be taken care of immediately. I do agree with one of the comments saying that OP could say it in a different way regarding their brother being passed away. I do agree with that because it definitely does prevent a lot of weird misunderstandings such as this one. But I also agree with OP that when you start off part of the conversation with, oh yeah, they're not here anymore, people tend to ask those questions that you don't really feel like dealing with anymore, or you don't feel like hearing in the first place. I've had some experience with that regarding a family member that I mentioned in the conversation, and I can understand where OP is coming from. I would just say that in the future, you could say that, well, my brother isn't really available because they've been gone for a while, but I choose not to talk about it. That way the answer is question. The question is answered. The answer is questioned. The question is indeed answered, and it's answered in a respectful way that gives you a chance to satisfy their curiosity and keeps you from reopening a wound that will never fully close all the way. There is an update to the story, and the update is of August 6th, 2024. And OP goes, my one and only update. skip the next 3 paragraphs if you only want the update. I just want to address the way I talk about my brother since there are so many mixed opinions. I can never talk about my brother like he never existed. To me, that's so disrespectful to his memory. I think you won't understand unless you're in these shoes. If you are and speak about your loved one differently, that's fine. My brothers and I did everything together. We were born and raised as a set of 3. We wore matching outfits and went to the same schools. We immigrated to the US together. We celebrated every birthday and major milestone together. When he died, a part of me died too. I haven't enjoyed my birthday since because instead of being happy, I'm older, I just think about how he can't celebrate his own day. No life circumstances change the fact that we were born as triplets. I could never say I have only one brother because to me, that's not true. My other brother and parents speak the same way. A lot of people in my grief support do too. No one has ever gotten upset at me and have been very understanding about it. However, people have been weird when I used to say he was dead up front, soon after his death, which is why I switched in the first place. Which is why I was so stunned Kate blew up at me. But I think I might consider being more blunt. I guess someone's gonna be mad or weird about it, no matter how I say it. The update. So I was too chicken to talk in person to my administration manager right away after this post and all of the help. I emailed her when I left for work Monday, and she was still there for another 2 hours, and asked to talk in person today before the clinic started. Work was definitely weird, but I just avoided Kate and those girls and got help from other staff when needed. I talked early today to my manager after she read my email. Shout out to Mountain Girl 60 for her template. I used most of it and just added some more identifying stuff. And she was horrified. Apologized to me again and again and told me all 3 would be dealt with. But seems like she was most angry at Kate. She didn't guarantee exactly anything would happen because she still has to do an investigation and get everyone's side. But I think she will definitely be punished some way. I don't know if that's getting fired or suspension or just scolded, but that made me happier. I think I should clarify my coworkers other than those 3 haven't been icing me out. Just whispering because they know something happened between us. But I like them and they're very nice to me. I didn't talk to them about it since I took it up higher, but I hope they understand me. I'm not sure if I'm staying at this office. Depends on what happens to the 3 girls in the next weeks, but I probably won't update again. I know a lot of people wanted me to take legal action, but I really don't want to rock the boat too much. I'm applying to medical school right now and hope to start in fall 2025, so I just want this behind me fast and not have any court stuff on my record for now. If this gets too bad, I'd rather just leave and enjoy my last year of freedom. That's pretty much all that happened. I want to thank you all so much for all the kind words these past days. I was going through confusion, and your comments made me angrier towards Kate and made me take action. You were so sweet and helped me through a tough time. I think I'll be okay. There is a lot that happened, and it feels like not as much as I want it to happen, if that makes sense. I feel like there should be another update because it feels like the middle ground of the story, if that makes sense. Because yes, she reported to her manager and the manager's investigating, but everyone still has a job. Everyone is still okay. So it's like the part of me is like, I want to know what happened. I'm still feeling that Kate is absolutely losing it for going this far and going this deep into a lie for no reason other than to be petty because she got secondhand rejected because OP said, yeah, my brothers are not available. Also, one of them is passed away, and also didn't give any type of respect towards that. Even when OP showed Kate all the photos of the funeral and everything. There was no apology for any of this. Like, Kate is definitely on the chopping block, and I can't wait to see what happens from here. Hopefully there is another update. Upon looking around, unfortunately, I don't see any more updates to this story. But for what it's worth, it does sound like Kate is going to get what's coming to her, and OP has actually been taking it with stride. So props to OP for keeping a calm head under all of this. And it appears that is the end of this story for now, and I want to thank you for joining me for this short period of time. I know this one was a bit shorter than usual, and I know I've been gone for quite a while, but trust me, I am working on more content now that things have started to get a bit more comfortable regarding my new recent life changes. Also, my birthday was this past week, so I got a little bit of celebration on, had a little bit of birthday cake, had a good time, and I've actually been traveling a lot lately and was able to see some nice places. Hopefully you guys could do me the favor of commenting, sharing, and subscribing to the video, and I hope to see you next time on the next video. And as always,